Welcome, aspiring project managers. I'm Kimberly, your guide through the thrilling, fast-paced world of project management. Whether you're managing a small team or coordinating a big project, understanding the fundamentals of project management will help you navigate any challenge that comes your way. This training is about the fundamentals. Other project management methodologies like Agile and Scrum will be given in another training. And don't worry, we'll keep it fun. Because what's project management without a little bit of humor? So grab your coffee and let's get started. Module 1. What is project management? Let's kick things off with the basics. What exactly is project management? Imagine you're building a giant sandwich. You've got a team. Someone's slicing the tomatoes, someone's grilling the chicken, and someone's just really good at spreading mayo. Now, your job as a project manager is to make sure that everything comes together perfectly. The bread doesn't get soggy, the lettuce stays crisp, and everyone's on the same page about whether to cut it diagonally or straight across. That's project management in a nutshell. In more formal terms, project management is the process of leading a team to achieve specific goals within certain constraints, like time, budget, and scope. The key to successful project management is balancing these constraints while keeping your team motivated and focused. Module 2. The 5 phases of project management. Now that you know what project management is, let's dive into its 5 phases. Think of these phases like stages in a video game. Each one gets you closer to the final boss. Project completion. 1. Initiation. This is where your project journey begins. In this phase, you define the project's purpose, goals, and feasibility. You're essentially asking, is this sandwich worth making? You'll need to identify stakeholders, create a project charter, and set up an initial budget and timeline. 2. Planning. Time to map out your strategy. In the planning phase, you create a detailed roadmap for how you'll achieve your project goals. This includes defining tasks, assigning roles, setting deadlines, and determining resources. It's like writing a recipe. Without it, you might end up with a PB&J when you were aiming for a gourmet club sandwich. 3. Execution. This is where the magic happens. Your team starts working on the project tasks. The execution phase is all about coordination, communication, and keeping things on track. Think of yourself as the conductor of an orchestra, making sure everyone's playing their part in harmony, and maybe throwing in a solo or two when needed. 4. Monitoring and controlling. No project runs perfectly smoothly. That's where this phase comes in. You'll need to monitor the project's progress, make adjustments, and manage any risks that arise. It's like steering a ship through choppy waters. Keep a steady hand on the wheel, and make course corrections as needed. 5. Closing. Congratulations, you've made it to the final phase. In the closing phase, you wrap up the project, deliver the final product, and conduct a review to learn what went well and what could be improved. It's like cutting the ribbon on your sandwich and finally getting to take that first bite. Module 3. The core principles of project management. Project management isn't just about following phases. It's also about applying key principles that guide your decisions and actions. Let's break down the core principles with a side of humor, of course. 1. Scope management. Scope creep is real, folks. It's when your project starts out as a simple sandwich and ends up as a 10-layer monstrosity. Scope management is about defining what's included in the project and what's not. It's crucial to stick to your project scope to avoid unnecessary complications, unless your team really wants to tackle that triple-decker. 2. Time management. Ever tried cooking dinner in 30 minutes, only to realize halfway through that the recipe calls for marinating the chicken overnight? That's a time management fail. In project management, creating a realistic timeline and sticking to it is essential. Use tools like Gantt charts or project management software to keep everyone on track. Slide 8, Principle 3, Cost Management. 3. Cost management. Money makes the world go round, or at least it keeps your project moving. Cost management involves budgeting, forecasting, and controlling project expenses to ensure you don't blow your budget on extra cheese, as tempting as that might be. 4. Quality management. You wouldn't serve a soggy sandwich, right? Quality management is about ensuring that the project's deliverables meet the required standards. It's better to take the time to toast the bread than to rush and end up with something less than appetizing. 5. Risk management. Every project has risks, just like every sandwich has the potential to spill mustard on your shirt. Risk management is about identifying potential problems before they happen and having a plan in place to address them. It's like carrying an extra napkin, just in case. Module 4, the human side of project management. Project management isn't just about processes and principles, it's also about people. As a project manager, your team is your greatest asset, and knowing how to lead them effectively is key to your success. 1. Communication is key. Ever played the game Telephone? It's a perfect example of how messages can get garbled when communication isn't clear. Regular check-ins, clear instructions, and open lines of communication ensure that everyone stays on the same page. 2. Motivation and morale. A happy team is a productive team. Celebrate small wins, provide constructive feedback, and keep the atmosphere positive. After all, no one wants to work on a project where the only reward is a soggy sandwich. In any team, conflicts are bound to arise, whether it's over resources, deadlines, or just who ate the last cookie in the break room. 3. Conflict resolution. In any team, conflicts are bound to arise, whether it's over resources, deadlines, or just who ate the last cookie in the break room. Now it's your turn to put these principles into practice. Fill in the quiz and assignment. Congratulations! You've completed the course on the basics of project management. You've learned what project management is, the key phases and principles, and the importance of effective communication and leadership. Whether you're managing a small team or a major project, these skills will help you stay organized, meet your goals, and maybe even enjoy the process. If you want to learn more in detail about project management, look at our other trainings.